Director James Whale's 1935 science fiction horror film, The Bride of Frankenstein, is the sequel to his 1931 film, Frankenstein. Both films based on Mary Shelley's 1818 novel about a scientist who cobbles together a man made from the body parts of cadavers. The script for Bride of Frankenstein was written by William Hurlbut and John L. Baldeston and stars Boris Karloff reprising his role as the monster along with Elsa Lanchester, who plays both Mary Shelley and the bride. The film also stars Colin Clive reprising his role as the monster's creator and an entirely new character named Dr. Praetorius played by Ernest Thesiger. Bride of Frankenstein picks up where the first film leaves off, with Frankenstein's monster on the run for murdering a child in the first film. But unlike the first film, in this film the monster can talk. The monster's loneliness dominates the outset of the film as he finds himself chased from one place to another and judged and feared by his outward appearance. This tension is somewhat relieved when he makes the acquaintance and brief friendship of a blind man, but this respite is short-lived, setting up the monster's fateful meeting with Dr. Praetorius, who persuades the monster to strong-arm Dr. Frankenstein to build a female monster to be his mate. This film contains very strong references to the Bible, along with existential questions posed by both theologians and philosophers throughout history. Through the monster, mankind searches for acceptance from God, who leaves him with a mate to serve him, which sets up the battle of the sexes. Notice what God tells Adam and Eve in Genesis chapter 3 and verse 15. And I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel. The film takes a feminist position in the bride's reaction to the monster she was created for. Again, let's continue reading what God tells Eve in Genesis chapter 3 and verse 16. And I will make your pains in childbearing very severe. With painful labor you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you. The bride's reaction to the monster is rebellious and, most of all, feminist. Motifs in the film's art design reinforce religious and existential themes as well. Hollywood banned most of the overtly religious symbolism in the film, which forced the director to reshoot those scenes to conform with the Hays Code. According to Wikipedia, countries such as England and China banned the film for promoting necrophilia, citing the way that the monster looked at the bride prior to her being given life. The Bride of Frankenstein is much more than a horror film, and most critics rank it with Citizen Kane as among the best films ever made. The Bride of Frankenstein was also one of the first sequels that many rank over the original film, and is as iconic as Fritz Lang's 1927 science fiction masterpiece Metropolis, which Whale drew inspiration from in designing the look of the bride. Universal Pictures distributed the film, which was made for around $400,000 and went on to gross $2 million, which was good for its day. The studio gave James Whale more creative freedom over the sequel, and he took advantage of this by introducing the quirky Dr. Praetorius into the storyline. There's a great documentary on the DVD that includes the great Clive Barker, sharing his thoughts on the film. They also released the film on Blu-ray. If you like old horror movies and haven't seen The Bride of Frankenstein, I think you'll like it and add it to your collection. Thanks for watching this video review of James Whale's 1935 film, The Bride of Frankenstein. I would appreciate it if you would leave a thumbs up, also a comment, and subscribe to my channel for more videos such as this one. Thank you.